I'm Courtney Reed.
And I'm Adam Jacobs.
And you're watching
BroadwayWorld.com.
Hi guys, it's wonderful to see you in Los Angeles. I wanted to ask you a couple questions. First of all, what is it like being here at the Pantages?
It's a beautiful theater, 2,700 seats. It's a lot bigger than our New York theater back home.
Like 1,000 more seats.
Like 1,000 more seats. And the audiences have been great. So we're selling out here, and of course, I think people are just happier in LA from the weather.
The weather's so nice all the time.
And they come in and they're all relaxed and having a good time, so it's fun.
Yeah, they let loose for sure here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What has been different about being here as opposed to the Broadway production?
Well, besides the audiences being amazing, you know, this is a fresh new cast for me, having left the Broadway company. But then to be, you know, reunited with this one, that's pretty spectacular. And, you know, Broadway reunion right here happening.
It's crazy. It feels like a total out-of-body experience. Because I'm like, I have something very familiar, but then I have like all of these like new fresh faces.
Yeah.
But it's really fun. There's a lot of energy, and I think that it's just like a really, like it shows, you know, and I think the audience really responds to it.
Perfect. What for you guys is your favorite part of being in Aladdin and your favorite part of the show?
I mean, I have a lot of different moments in the show that I love. I like watching High Adventure from the Wings, for example. It's like the one number that I'm not in because I get to be off stage and watch it, and it's just like a really fun
So you don't watch Palace Walls?
I'm sitting in my room listening to you sing it over the PA beautifully.
Interesting. You learn something new, you know, every time you learn something new.
Yep.
So, I'm so sorry, continue.
No, that, you know, riding the carpet, it's always been fun. And it's like, you know, now we're back together on the carpet. Although this carpet, it's slightly different.
It's different than the Broadway carpet.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they added some new things on it to make it look cooler and for lighting and stuff. And also the trajectory, like the flight pattern.
The flight pattern is
slightly different.
You can feel that while you're up.
Oh yeah.
In the air on the carpet.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm still getting used to it, actually.
I want to ask how that works. Is that something we can talk about?
It could be Tinkerbell. We're not sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely magic, though.
I think it's definitely
technology.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's definitely magic.
So they've been able to bring that
trick or anything.
everywhere.
It's just magic.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And do you guys control it magically?
With our minds.
Yeah. Wow. Well, he does.
Yeah.
I'm just along for the ride. But he has a very close relationship with the carpet. So
that's right. Yeah.
They're like
help
one.
Escape and all that stuff.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. I'm glad that the fans will know. What is the most complicated part of being in this show? I'm just taking a wild guess. It might be that really heavy costume piece that they showed us backstage.
The wedding dress?
The wedding dress. I do fear for my life every time I dance in it, to be honest.
I also fear for my life because I'm standing next to her while she's dancing.
Have you ever gotten hit with it before?
I've gotten, you know, whipped a little bit. It's kind of like...
One time he fell, though.
What happened there?
I think about it every time during that moment he fell.
That was like 5 years ago. It was like in Broadway, like the first week Broadway.
And then he got up. And then he got your pants. It was your shoes got caught in your hammer pants.
Heel got caught in the pants.
Heel got caught in the hammer pants.
It's like happens to everybody
he
in the show.
He immediately went down, and all of a sudden I'm like dancing next to him, and I'm like, Adam is down, like Adam down. And I was thinking, like, I just don't see Adam anymore. He's on the ground, and you came up in the middle of the choreo, and he was just like,
yeah, own it. That's what you gotta do. Live theater, keep going.
Absolutely. I mean, at least
it's so good.
the audience was there to experience it, though, and laugh with you,
and
not
it.
at you.
You're right.
Listen, on my last show in New York, I bowed down to one of the to Amber, who is like one of the, like, this is like right before I take my crown off or take my veil off, and I have this whole moment and whatever, and I went like this to bow down to her, and her crown got stuck in my hair, and so we thought I was like this, and then I was like, oh my gosh, we were like, we can't get it, and my bang was fully like stuck onto it, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is gonna be easy, and then like, of course, Josh Drake is like going like this, and everybody's like, oh my, and we're supposed to do like a dance moment where like the whole company goes in these circles and the dance thing, and I'm literally still stuck on her, to the point where like she had to take her crown off, and the crown was still stuck on me, so I had a crown like hanging like this, and my hair was like totally a mess. So we finally yanked it out, and then I bang was like this. The whole audience was laughing at me. This is my last show. Can you believe it? Like, what are the chances? This has never happened in 4 years. I just went like this.
You really went out with a bang.
So you did something different that you've never done.
No, I always do that. I'm always like, yes, like, we do the whole thing. But she just bowed down a little bit too much, I think.
Oh, that's...
I'm not blaming
people
you,
do
Amber.
that to you.
It's just...
when they bow to you.
I can't believe that happened.
I mean, especially at the last show.
My last
the last
show.
one.
I mean, they were like, it was perfect, Courtney. Like, everyone was laughing at me, and then we were all crying. It was fine.
Oh, perfect. I mean, at least you got a good laugh in before, you know, the tears ensue.
Yeah.
What has it been like going on this journey together and being able to perform in this show together for the amount of time you guys have been given? I mean, it must be so exciting.
It's amazing, you know, that we've been with it for this long, and I can't.
I was gonna crack a really terrible joke.
Well, about the relationship joke again. The one I've heard you say a million times.
Which one?
This is the longest relationship you've been in? Or
oh, yeah, okay. So, when Adam left me to do the tour, I had this moment where I was like, oh my gosh, I was like so sad and so depressed. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's that moment when you realize that Adam Jacobs is your longest relationship you've ever had. Like, 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, 8 years. Like, who else has had a relationship for 8 years?
I mean, that's wild.
I mean, wait, seriously though, do you think anyone else has had, like, an onstage relationship like longer than ours?
I really do. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think so.
There's no way, right?
People don't stay in projects that long.
I'm gonna follow up with this question and look it up. I'm gonna look this up and fact check this. I'm genuinely interested. How has your training in theater and performing prepared you for this huge project?
Training.
Oh, training.
I didn't train.
No, me neither.
I just woke up.
I just like, I don't know, sang in the shower a couple times.
That's right.
Then we were on Broadway.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Just like flash forward. It was very much like one of those flash forward movies moments kind of thing. Right?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think actually my life experiences have helped me out a little bit more.
Wow.
Than I mean, you think about your training and you're like, everyone has really good training,
That's
but
true.
I think it's like your life experiences and the way that you interact with people and the way that you build relationships, or the way that Adam was kind of saying that you grow sort of with the roles. Like when we first started, he would sing Proud of Your Boy, and then all of a sudden when he had 2 boys, it was like Proud of Your Boy had a different meaning. You know,
Totally.
it's like and even for us to watch him sing Proud of Your Boy, it's like a lot of people say when they see the show that it makes them cry, and I'm like, well, Adam has 2 boys now, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a very like emotional thing to watch that and to know that like when we first started, he didn't even have kids.
Right.
So you just go through a lot of life experiences and you become wiser, and I don't know. I think that helps
true.
too. You become more like confident in yourself and in the role and what you're doing, and yeah, I don't know. That's just for me, I guess. Do you feel the same way?
For sure. It's we've all, you know, whatever. I think that makes the best actors, you know, are the ones that have gone through a lot in their lives. It seems like, and so, you know, like you said, everybody could get really good training anywhere, but it's what's going on, you know, with you as a person that really defines you and create, you know, what it helps you bring something different to the character than somebody else, right? So. Yeah, and you know, we've grown. We've definitely grown as people and as, you know.
Lies. We're still the same age as we were when we started.
Young 20s.
But honestly, though, yeah, of course, you just stay the same. It's like Peter Pan. But
over a long period of time, when you put it in that context, you're like, wow, we've really we've done something special. That's just what it feels like, you know.
Oh my gosh, I saw there was a girl who came to see the show in New York, and she was like, I remember seeing you like my freshman year, and now I've graduated. I was like, oh my gosh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's put it in perspective. That's
You're the reason why I went to that college, and No, it's true though.
But that is true.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, you guys. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Oh, you're
welcome. It was
welcome.
class talking.
Broadway World, I'm Michael Hanna. I'm the wardrobe supervisor for the U.S. National Tour of Aladdin.
How does this show compare to the other shows that you've worked on?
Well, the first show I did, a big show, was Phantom of the Opera, and it's huge and gorgeous too. And so I guess that's what I have to do. That's what people ask me for. But I think it's It's as beautiful. I mean, it's more spectacular than Phantom. Phantom is more realistic, but the costumes are gorgeous on it as well. But yeah, so I would say it compares with that. I've done some very small shows. I did Cabaret, where it's supposed to look run down and ripped and torn, and you're not supposed to fix the clothes, you know. But this is, we're constantly beating. We have a whole staff of people that come in and deal with these costumes every day.
How many people are on staff to handle the costumes?
Well, I have myself and 2 assistants, and then from the local wardrobe union, we have 11 dressers, a full-time stitcher, sewing person, a full-time beater, and a full-time laundry person.
What costume is this one right here?
That's one of the guards. That's one of the bars. They call them henchmen. They're like the police, I guess you would say. They're guards that arrest Aladdin several times and his friends, and they're not always the nicest guys.
Yeah, I would get that vibe maybe from the cobra.
Right, the big snake on the shoulder, that kind of.
What are these up here?
Oh, this is all hair. This is like where they put their hair pieces and stuff during the show. But then these are the from Prince Ali, one of the fangirls, and then this is Jafar's turban.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I can tell.
It's severe, but you know, nice and severe, evil turban.
And these are all the hats that people wear throughout the show.
Yeah.
And all of these are utilized. That's crazy.
Every single one. There are 304 costumes in the show and 291 hats.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And that's not including understudy versions of everything. So we have these boxes that you see, they're like closet boxes, we call them gondolas, and we have 34 of those that travel with us, and 10 work boxes full of supplies and beads and everything else that go with it. So we pack all of that up and move it to the next city when it's time.
Wow, and where are you guys headed next?
Denver. The technique that I think is really kind of interesting is the fact that these are digitally printed onto this fabric.
Oh wow!
Originally, it was painted by hand, and now what they do is it actually is printed in the shape of the pattern piece onto fabric, and then you cut it out and you put it together. But I think I think that's amazing. A lot of this fabric is printed just for the show, like the men's pants are, and then we add like the yarn and that kind of thing. But and all the shoes are custom made.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
Yeah. I mean, you can't just buy this shoe, so they're all custom made, and yeah, I don't think there's any purchased shoe in the whole show.
Yeah, there's a lot of different kinds. I was looking over there. Everything looks
well, and everybody has
unique.
like these are their tap boots, and then everybody has all the men have these gold. They're a little beat up now. We paint them up and everything, but they have these gold boots, and they're all custom made at a place in New York. This costume is the finale for Friend Like Me, the big tap number. And so it's supposed to be like a Busby Berkeley 1930s movie spectacular. And so this jacket, vest, pants, and hat, each costume has 8,400 rhinestones on it.
Oh my god!
Individually put on rhinestones.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And you have you seen the show?
Yes.
Okay, so you know that's the point of it.
Huge, yeah.
The point is to just blow the audience away, and that's what this is. That's all the rhinestones, the confetti cannon, you know, everything that they can just pull out of their sleeves is in it. Either it's in this or it's in Prince Ali, where you know it's just. Just blows everybody away. This is, of course, Jasmine, her basic costume. Well, there's nothing basic about it, but that's her first costume. But then this is her wedding dress. And all the fabric, all the beading is either done in New York or it's been sent to India to be beaded. And the fabrics come from all over the world. And it's truly, I've done some very big shows in my time, but this is truly the biggest show I've ever dealt with. And I think the costumes they're just kind of they're inspired with happiness. The designer just loved doing this show, and he's a good friend of mine, and it shows.